You have one unheard message. First unheard message sent yesterday at 7:15 p.m.
Ty, you ever watch culture shift so hard that somebody buys the whole operation? Because that just happened. Can you meet me at the gate?
I'm Rich Levine, and this is Meet Me at the Gate, where we're not just talking theory, we're tackling real world problems head on, driving solutions that supercharge productivity and team dynamics. Every episode is a journey towards improvement, empowering you, the manager, to lead with innovation and confidence. Join us to transform everyday roadblocks into highways for success.
So, it's been a while since we've talked.
Ooh, oh boy, has it ever?
Let's time out. We've talked on the phone, but it's been a while since we've talked.
It's been a while since we've actually put it out on video.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know that what's next week? It's next week.
Used Car Week.
Used Car Week's next go. I don't get to go this year, but you're going.
I'm going. Yes.
Okay. What are you're leaving Monday? Is that right?
Yes. Monday morning. Wheels up.
Wheels up. So, we haven't talked about the announcement, have we?
No.
Should we maybe just mention it?
We can mention whatever you would like.
Well, I heard some big news that America's group bought 2 eBlock auctions. That's what I've been told.
That is a true story.
And it'd be Louisiana First Choice and Houston eBlock.
Yeah. So, First Choice became eBlock New Orleans. Now it's America's Auto Auction of New Orleans. And then we went from eBlock Houston. We're now America's Auto Auction Central Houston.
Nice.
ACH.
ACH.
Send me some money, baby.
That's right. Well, that's great. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I don't know. I don't know what I did. Okay, here's what I did. All right, let's cut out the humility. Let's just cut to the chase. Here's what I did. I went in there, created a culture, increased EBITDA, increased value, increased revenue, and the ultimate result is increased market value, caught the attention of a suitor who wanted to buy it, and they sold the auction. That is what an intentional culture will do.
And that's what you spent the last 2 years.
2 years. 2 years and 2 months.
2 years and 2 months, you went in and changed the culture. And it's interesting that you started with culture. There must be a reason why you said, well, I didn't go in. You did say EBITDA and those other things, but I think if I heard you right, you said culture first.
Well, yeah. And I think this is my philosophy, but nobody teaches culture, right? They go out and they find somebody that's good at something. You're good at sales. You're good at operations. You're good at accounting. You're good at running auctions. You're good at managing this. We're going to make you the next general manager. But nobody ever stops long enough to teach anybody what culture is. So that falls into what I call, you're going to fall into one of 2 categories, most likely. It is going to be command and control, or what I call an accidental culture. You got good people that come together. They don't have a lot of direction. Vision's not clear. Goals aren't really clear. You just know you got to make money, sell cars, do whatever it is you're doing. But nobody ever focuses on that.
Right. Nobody. What did you say? The 2 word control and command and asset what?
Well, I have 4 levels. So I developed a model. Level 1 is command and control. I tell you what to do, you go do it. When you're done with that, you wait for me, and then I go tell you what to do next. So started all the way back in the Industrial Revolution. And then the next one is probably, I call it accidental, but it's more along the lines of what entrepreneurs do. A couple of people get together, they got a great business idea, they start working together, they're good friends, they're doing well, they have a couple more buddies, and now they're all having fun, they're all working together, they're making money, but there's no clear vision, no clear goal, and they solved a problem, they're just there. It's just high five because it's working out.
How do you describe that culture? It's just kind of with the wind.
Yeah, it's accidentally happening. There's no intention behind it. You're not in. Nobody opens up a business to say, "Hey, I'm going to build a shitty culture." But what happens is you start bringing people in and you start working with them, and you have different dynamics come in, and then the oh shit button comes out, right? Oh, I just fired this guy Ty, and he's a go-getter, and he's got a lot of strong ideas, and he's all over the place, and I got to rein him in. And then you start having conflict. And that happens with different personalities, different behaviors. making sure you're aligned with I am. I mean, you could be the best salesperson in the world, but if you're not selling what I need sold, well, then now I've got an issue.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have command and control, accidental.
Number 3 is what I call productivity.
Okay.
And that's when we start measuring everything. Hey, how many cars did you move? Hey, how many cars did you sell? How much revenue did you make? And you start having some goals, but everything becomes a metric. Everything becomes measurable, but there's no good intentions behind it. You're just like, here's the line. Here's what we got to do. Here's where we got to get to. And
Process and procedure, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Process,
yeah,
procedure.
it's when you think that all your processes and everything are going to, are going to do everything.
Now, does
right?
that fall into the category of technology as well? Is that part of this procedure?
Sure, absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
we've got this technology that'll help us fix all the problems and track it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could pull technology in any of those levels. Heck, you could put that in command and control. You have technology that says exactly what's going on, and then you use it for command and control. So I would say technology is used a lot in those 3, and that's I think where we go crazy, because you think you're going to have a tool that's going to fix everything, a quick fix.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we got command and control, accidental, process, procedure. Number 4,
Intentional culture.
intention. So this is where you want to get.
That's
This
where
is
you need to be.
Right?
That's where high performing teams live in an intentional culture. They have a clear-cut vision. They have well-defined values, and that's what guides them. So instead of the process guiding you and making all your decisions, now your vision and your values are making your decisions. You give up control and you start having consistency. You start having connection. People start working together. You're answering the question, why are we doing this? Versus, it doesn't matter why we're doing it. I just told you to do it. Go get it done.
Yeah. Somebody's breathing down my neck.
And that would be command and control. Accidental would be why? Because we're having fun. And number 3, in that culture of measuring productivity, well, because the boss said we're supposed to do, move 300 cars today and sell 400 tomorrow. That's why. Well, that's not really the why. That's the what.
Right. So as I'm sitting here, I've got the 4 pillars of culture. Is that the right way to say that?
Absolutely. Why not? Yep. I call it
I've
stages.
got 4 pillars. Stages. I've got 4 stages of culture. So what I'm thinking is that since I didn't make it to this used car week, which is my favorite conference all the time, when you run into Bill, tell Bill that I said hi, of course, but also tell him that I'm wondering why you're not on the stage talking about the 4 stages of culture.
I'm going to have Bill give you a call. Maybe he's listening to our podcast right now. What's your phone number?
417-483-2764. Bill, just give me a call. We can get Rich up there. We can get me up there. We can get Kurt up there too. We can start talking about auctions, dealers, transportation, repo, and anything else you want to talk about in the industry.
Just brought up another busy person, Kirk. He's still out hitting auctions, putting a process in. So how does people are going to ask, right? It'd be a smart question. Well, you're supporting Kirk and he's got a process. Doesn't that go against your intentional culture? Well, no, not necessarily. You still need processes, right? It's how you leverage the process. Are you letting that process run your business, or are you having values and vision and leveraging the process to make you better? And that's what I'm doing, because Kirk came and helped me doing the 5-hour check-in.
Exactly. And that guy's on fire right now. Good job, Kirk.
He is on fire. Yeah, he's been all over the place.
He loves the dealer and the auction.
Wonder how many airline miles he has this year. I need to ask him.
My goodness. You definitely beat both of us.
I think he told me the other day he's been on the road 26 straight weeks.
Wow. That's crazy. That started on a guy. Can be a guy with a family. Yep. For sure.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate your time. I appreciate the idea that you're going to go to Used Car Week and rep. You're repping us, baby.
I'm repping us. I'm just going to go hang out, have fun. Full disclosure, in case the friends and family of auto remarketing are watching, I did not pass.
Ooh, carpetbagger.
But so here's what's cool. As my beautiful bride's going, I think she said they've got 16 people from their team going to be there. So she already has a room. So I put in for a vacation. I'm going to show up. I'm going to hang out in the lobby, hang out in the bar, somewhere where I don't need a bid badge to get in. You know what? Every time I go to a conference, I'll never forget a LinkedIn post you did, and then you told me a story about it, and it was comparing conferences to auto auctions.
It's the same thing. I'm telling you. I
How
love it.
is it? How
It's even,
so?
oh man, all of it. Well, so your vendors are your cars, in my opinion.
Yep.
So everybody's there selling something. So if you're a
Yep.
vendor, how do you get in? You're bringing in your trade-ins, or you're bringing in your used inventory. What are you doing?
Got to
Aged
sign a
inventory, excuse
contract to
me.
get in.
Got to sign the contract. You got to have money to get into this thing, right?
Yeah.
You're going to pay the buy fee, the sell fee. You're going to pay something. But the part that I love the most about it, and I mean this with all my heart, I really do. A lot of the conferences, especially this one, but it's the interaction with the people. And so when you're at an auction, who's there? Well, there's the dealer. Yeah. There's the ring man. There's the auctioneer. There's the auction manager, auction assistant manager. There's the people driving the cars. There's the recon department in the back. And you can start, you're like, well, recon department in the back, what do they have to do with the auction day? Everything. What about the guys that are putting up the booths at the conference? Those guys, what do they have to do with the actual conference? Everything. Right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you just start looking at it from a perspective of, and just like you said a minute ago, the badge, you got to have the badge to get in. If you don't have the badge, you're not coming in. Right.
Yep. Well,
So
and before that, you've got to register.
You got to register.
Right? And how do you
You gotta
register? At
plan
an
ahead.
auction, you use auction access. For a conference, you send your put your credit card down and fill out a form online with Used Car Week.
Yeah. So a lot of similarities. And I think that's one of the things that I've always loved about this industry is that you can connect. I mean, this is a funny side note story, but this kid got a lot of property, a lot of trees. This kid comes by, he's like, I'm looking for walnut trees. What for? Well, I cut them down and I sell them and I give you money. I'm like, okay, sounds great. Cut down walnut trees. Can I go with you to check this process out? I'm really curious. Yeah, hop in. Cut down a bunch of trees. That's really dangerous. You're watching it. And then here comes this truck with this trailer. This little F550 or Dodge Ram 5500. He's got a 36-foot trailer. And you load the heck out of this thing with as many logs as you can. And you follow this guy to the sawmill. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching this unload. Well, behind the little guy with the 5500 is a semi, just full of logs, full. I mean, scary looking. And so you see this row of it's transport parking lot is what I'm telling you. This little guy's the 3-car wedge guy. The semi's the big 9-car hauler guy. And they're just moving, just like at a transport parking lot at an auction. So my point is that the reason I love conferences, auctions, dealers, transportation is because, it doesn't necessarily mean every business is like that, but you see a lot of similarities. And in this business, I've been in it for 26 years now. And I don't think that I could ever imagine doing anything else, really, because it's just so connected.
You love it or you hate it. You're in or you're out.
Yeah, there's really not a middle road for this industry.
No,
It's probably similar industry, same thing, but it's just the people, the relationships that you make at these conferences, and that's, this. People that maybe haven't gone to a conference, I highly recommend you go just as a guest. I highly recommend you meet as many people as you can. Who are you? What do you do? Tell me more. And you get a business card, take your business cards with you. And the main purpose is who are you and what are you doing? And you'll see through just one conference, just one. I mean, there's one year I think I hit 13, but one, you just go to one. Yeah. You can meet people that you will be connected to literally the rest of your life. No joke.
Dang.
True story. Look at Rich. Look at Rich and Ty.
Yeah. Let's cover another thing real quick. Mr. Kyle Tracy.
Yeah. What's up with old Kyle? What's he doing?
Well, he's
going
to be at Used Car Week. He's getting a 40 under 40 award.
Oh, sure. I should have called him and had him get me a pass.
Well, call him up. He's on his phone because he just shot me a text message. He just came across while we're recording right now.
40 under 40. Big auction boy up in the, let's see, New York, correct?
Yep, up in upstate New York, Expressway Auto Auction. He just acquired another auction. He's got 2. So
he's moving.
Here's a true story from this past week. So we talked about culture to begin with, and I've been kind of coaching him on the backside. I'm exchanging culture for sales because the guy rocks at sales, especially dealer consignment sales. The guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he calls me up and says, "Hey, Rich, I'm struggling. I got these 2 auctions now. I brought this other one over. I bought them. We're integrating them. Can you send me a video of how to build a team or what to do with the team? You got to have one somewhere." And I said, "Well, what do you want in the video, Kyle?" So he tells me, and this is during work. And so I'm sitting there thinking at work, I'm like, man, I don't have to go through all my videos. I really don't have them categorized or cataloged very well. So I call him back, ask him a couple questions, go home that night, sit down, get in front of the camera, pop it up, record a 2-minute video for him, hit edit, send it off to him. I said, "Here, check this out. I couldn't find one, so I made one." Sends it back. Goosebumps. I'm like, dang. He's like, "How'd you do that?" I said, "I just asked you some good questions, figured out what you needed, shut it off to you." So shout out to Kyle. He's building that place up out there. He's got his work cut out for him, but he's building it up.
Well, if anybody can do it, Kyle.
Yep, absolutely. So maybe I'll corner him long enough near the bar, and we'll throw up the old phone just like this, and we'll get on and record a podcast live from Vegas.
Yeah, once you get there and get a schedule, let me know and I'll be ready.
We'll definitely do it.
All right,
definitely
bro.
do it. So
Good
what
job.
else is happening? Anything before we go? Words of wisdom?
Try to be kind. I'm going to stick with that, especially today. I think there's a lot of tension. People are a little confused. Things are changing. Sometimes it's hard to be kind, really. Be truthful, transparent.
So I think I was telling you this a couple weeks ago. So with the whole buyout thing, there was a lot going on. I was doing a lot of work. Couldn't talk about it. Getting a little stressed out and keeping stuff inside. So I sat down at my computer, made my keyboard get hot, smoke's coming out of it. Smoke's coming out of my ears too, because I was thinking really hard. And I wrote down something called the surrender prayer. And it's working. And the things I'm seeing happening are amazing. So if people don't ever believe, now's the time to believe. You just struck me with that one. So what I did is just basically said, look, God Almighty, you know more than I do. You have a plan for me. I could come up with all my own plans in the world, the best of intentions. I could be the smartest guy in the world, but I'm still not as smart as you. Show me the way. Let me be your servant. Let me lead with kindness, dignity, and I'll just follow your lead. And when you put something in front of me, I hope that you show me the right way. I'll follow your lead and I'll go. And I tell you right now, I've been saying that to myself every morning. And when I get up and go and I start watching and things start falling into place. Now I still have to do my part. It's not just because they're falling into place doesn't mean I get to be a jackwag and go work on do the devil's work again. Not that I ever did do the devil's work, but we get so busy. I mean, you just nailed it right there. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. How do we be grateful? How do we just get out of our own way? Because somebody else in the universe has a bigger plan. I'll close with this. Had a friend that was struggling. This is probably 18 months ago. And just sent me a note and said something. I said, at the end of the day, we're nothing more than cosmic dust hanging on to a small rock, floating through a giant universe. And the amount of significance we have is none. So drop your worries and just go live life.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of Meet Me at the Gate. I hope the conversation has helped to fuel your drive and equip you with insights to steer your team towards success. Remember, the road to success is always under construction. And until next time, keep your engines revving and your gas tanks full.